welcome back on this Tuesday. What is going on? Well, we are doing a couple of welds today on 36 Ford, that's right, 36 Ford coupe front fenders. This is the original paint, can you believe this? And they had the original black paint on the outside. So like all these fenders, doesn't matter if it's Ford, Chevy, Dodge, all these lips, they all get cracked. So there was one there. This was one the customer had pointed out in there. But I just went around carefully and started looking. I found one here, I found one here, found another one here. I'm hammering out this all nice and straight for him with a hammer and dolly, obviously. Where'd we find another one? Where we found, I know we found one down in here. Like I said, I got this fairly straight. There's the old dolly there. Got this fairly straight. Usually what happens is this just pushes up a bit when you bolt it together, so it's going to go out of place again when he bolts it together, but at least get it straight now, because if you don't, he'll go to put it together and this edge will be humped up and it won't fit right. So get it nice and smooth and put your welting in there if you're going to run welting, and that covers it. We had another one up in here we had to do. We got to weld this hole up here. We stripped this side down. You can see anywhere where the primer spots are left, those are lows. Those are, you know, it's a dent, you know, dented in there. It's just, yeah. But these fenders are absolutely immaculate for being 1936. Just beautiful fenders. So we're going to work on them, get them welded up today. We're working on a few things. Shawn's in here. Shawn is he's priming up the hoods for final primer for GTO and Firebird. And then Firebird is getting a little bit of primer on the top of that fender. You remember last week all the nightmares we had with the hood and the fender aligning it. So anyway, he had to do a little bit of work along there, which was unexpected, but it happens. So he's doing that, and then we pulled all the front grill nose back off it. That was our biggest nightmare. Anyway, it's back off. It's going to clean that up. It's going to go satin black. Get all that done. So he'll be priming that, and then we'll kick this car out of here and kick that one out probably later this afternoon, and then we'll bring the GTO in. I keep getting GTO and the Firebird confused, but anyway, we'll bring the GTO in just because he's got to do a little bit of priming just on the edges here in the corners where he did a little bit of work there. And then Thursday night we'll be painting door jambs, inner doors, chunk lid, all that kind of stuff. And then bolting all that back on. We'll leave the hood off, of course. We won't put that on. Paint the car with the hood off. Then this car will be going over to the paint booth next week, I'm hoping. And we paint the car. We still got to do the satin black up in here, which hopefully will get done this week too. And then this will be the next one to get painted. This will be the first one out of all the cars to get painted. I think the Firebird that you just saw in the shop will be next, and then I think the little Chevy pickup will be after that. So we're going to be banging 3 of them out within the next 4 weeks. So that's what's going on there. That's what's happening. See, we'll come in here. There we go. Check out. Mike's working on the 81 Chev pickup. He don't like the camera, but that's too bad. He's getting used to it now. There we go. He's getting all the pulleys on there. Amazon was the answer for pulleys, so he's lining all that up, and hopefully it works out. And then we've got a rad he's got to put in with dual fans, and he's got quite a bit more to go there, but that's good. Be running this week, if not this week, next week. It's not a big deal. And he's working again on the 32 here. He's been working on getting all the front brakes in. Finished up some welding he had to do underneath. Everything's coming along good. Very nice. Okay, well, we'll come back to you after we do a bit more welding. We'll see where else we've come along. Excellent. All right. Okay. Oh. That's it for now. The phone's beeping, so we're going to shut this off for a minute, see how many customers are texting rather than calling, and that's it. We'll get back to you in a little bit when we finish up welding this fender up and welding this hole up. Now some of you might ask how you're going to fix that hole. I either use a washer, or what I do is whenever I cut, I've got a little box in the shop there, whenever I use the hole saw and I cut out, like, you know, holes and stuff, I try and keep the pieces of metal from that, because sometimes they fit these holes, but if not, a washer will fit that nicely too, and it'll work out just fine. We're welding up in here. Ended up using a washer. I think Shawn is prying away in here. Yeah. Grind this weld down, and then we'll see how she looks. Alright, 2 fenders welded up. That crack's gone. It's plugged up. Ready for Shawn the bodywork. I believe he unmasking. Yeah, everything's all primed up, ready to go. Beautiful. Alright. Okay. Well, we'll let him do his thing, and then we'll move the Firebird out and we'll pull the GTO in. Okay, Shawn's in here. I believe he's spraying the little touch-ups on the, yeah, there we go, on the GTO. Can't stay in here too long, it's pretty smelly. Yeah, just give it a nice light coat. Don't want to put a lot of primer on these noses because they're flexible, so just giving it a nice light coat because there's a little bit of filler on the edges. Just doing that. Perfect. Probably leave it in here, let it dry up for the evening. Then he's got this he's going to work on next. Like I say, this is for the Firebird. He's got to prep all this next to get it ready to throw some satin black on there. You don't really see too much of it, but still got to spray it. Make it look good. Let's get out of here. Too stinky. And I got, like I said, I got the fenders done. My day's kind of over. This is stuff for Shawn. Some shop supplies. I dragged out. So my days. I dragged out. Well, I shouldn't be showing you this. This is for Sunday Fun Day. I dragged out my raised spindles. Now the story is on these spindles, I bought these off a gentleman down in the USA. I can't remember where. He's quite a ways down, California, somewhere down in California. Anyway, he said that these, the story he got, he bought them off a guy, and they came in. They actually came in the box. I've got the box here somewhere. These are actually being sold at like a speed shop down in California back in the day, way back in the day. You know, I mean, people frown upon raised spindles, but some guys do a really good job. These look really nicely done. They're solid. Anyway, he had bought them off a gentleman that said, hey, they came out of some speed shop, is what that guy was told. They'd never been mounted, never been used. They're 4 inches hiked up. And anyway, the guy never used them, so he bought them off of him. They were in a box. Whether the box is correct or not, who knows? I mean, I can't even remember. It didn't say on there. It just said on it, 4-inch raised spindles with like a proper label. I'll have to find the box to show you guys, maybe on Sunday Fun Day video if I remember. Anyway, so I put a thing out there on the gasser page, and this guy said he had a set, and he said he decided in the end of the day just to go axle. So he went with an axle, and I bought these off of him. And I don't know, I went that route because if I ever want to drop the car back down, I can without, you know, I don't have an axle under there. I just got raised spindles. So it's kind of my plan. I know some people are going to get an argument of what a real gasser is and what a real gasser ain't, and we're not going to go there because everybody has an opinion. And honestly, if I was building this as a true 100% gasser and I had the money and all that, I would put an axle under it. I'd put the sliding plexiglass windows in it. I'd put a fiberglass nose on it, a fiberglass trunk lid. I didn't go that route. You know, I'm kind of going for that, you know, just guy in a backyard in the day that was building a car, and well, that's what I am right now. I'm going my route. I'm just a guy in a backyard building it the way I'm building it. I'll radius the wheel wells. I'll get her sitting so she's a little hunkered down in the back, you know, maybe an inch or two, so it looks like it's launching when it's together. And we'll put those spindles in there. We're going to put that big old 409 in there, and we're going to kind of keep it traditional style somewhat. And that is traditional. Think about it. They had the raised spindles then. I bought them from back in the day, so people were running them. So whether you like them or not, it's a thing. And I've talked to guys running them, and there's very few out there, but I've talked to a few and they say there's no problem with them. Then there's other guys that say they're crap. But those guys they're right and they're wrong. Those are guys that are probably experienced ones that were welded bad, that someone did, and they were lots of them out there. But the ones that were done proper and were set right, they were good from what I understand. So I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to give you my opinion when it's done. If I don't like them, then you know what I'll do the next route? The next route is I'll put big block coils in, like from a wagon or something, Chevelle. Put big block coils in, ball joint spacer, get her hiked up that way, right? But I think it'd be kind of cool to run the raised spindles because nobody really has them, and it's different. So Mike's doing a good job on the truck here. He's got the choke wired in. He had to figure out all this pulley stuff today, so that took a bit of time. So he's got that all done. He's got the fuel lines all on it. So I think tomorrow he's working on getting the rad in here, which is sitting right over there in that box, a rad with dual fans. We got some gauges right there for underneath the dash he's going to do. So, yeah, what is today anyway? Today's Tuesday. Just debating here whether I post this video tonight or maybe we just leave this video and let's continue it tomorrow, and we'll do this video tomorrow night. And we'll see how far Mike gets on this. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. Anyway. So, that's what's happening right now in the shop. I think I will just continue this video tomorrow. I don't think people really care whether I have the videos out there on time. I think the only one that most people care about is the Sunday Fun Day one. That's what everybody always says to me. Where's Sunday Fun Day? Where's Sunday Fun Day? That's the one they want to see Sunday night. So I think I'll just leave this video, because normally I do Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. I think I'm going to leave this one, continue it tomorrow, just so we can show what else Mike gets done in there. And that'll be that. So you'll, well, you're watching me now, which is Wednesday, I guess. Anyway, okay, back in a bit. Alright, got the nose of the GTO primed up. So our next step, which is going to be happening, is Thursday night. We're going to paint all the jambs everywhere. And backside of the doors, chunk lid, all that stuff. Kind of blew it out a little bit inside, but it's just going to get dusty again. We're in 400 now. We got to take it to 600 for paint. I started cleaning up in the chunk area, moving some of the stuff and vacuuming, obviously wiping her down. So that's what's happening there with the good old GTO. Now I managed to finish up the fenders, you remember, for the 36 Ford. So now Shawn is working on them. There we go, he's getting them all prepared. So this is a real lightweight filler we put on here, and then we just knock it back down. You can see. And that's going to fill in any dings and wobbles that we need to do. That filler, if you're wondering, is made by it's called Evergold, I believe. We'll look it up after. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, it's the real light filler. It's not like a Bondo. It's like almost like a spot putty. It's between a spot putty and the lightest Bondo you can get. He puts it on there. And I think it's called Rage Gold. That's what it is, by Evercoat. And he puts it on there, knocks it back off, and that'll fill what we want. So we don't want to fill these or load these fenders up full of filler. We don't want to do that. They're too pristine for that. We just want to coat them, knock it down, get them straight. So, okay. Yeah, and we'll go in here. I think Mike's getting all the rad and everything put in place. Yeah, let's see what's happening here. There we go. Heater hose time. Yeah, all the hoses going on. He's got the rad in there, electric fans, all the goodies.
She's almost there.
Almost there. That's it.
Get some transmission lines on there and a couple of hoses and she'll fire up.
That's it. Yeah. Looks good. Better than a 6-cylinder.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, he's working on that. And then we have another engine that got dropped off. This is for a 40 Ford coming in. I think he said it's got a 305 in it now, a tired 305, and he's putting this 350 in it. So you're going to get to see a 40 Ford coming soon. And I'm farting around with the Model A. I have a different plan. Every time I go near this Model A, there's a different plan of attack. You know, trying to work with the guy's budget. So I'm trying to source out the cheapest prices I can, which isn't easy nowadays. So now what I'm doing on this one is I'm just hooking a few things back up to the transmission. I'm not going to pull the tranny. I'm just going to pull the engine from the tranny. So I'm going to hook up what I disconnected right now, then get the bell housing, as you'd call it, off of there, and then yank the engine out of here, and the engine's going to go out, and it's going to go down to a gentleman out here locally that's going to repair what needs to be repaired, which hopefully is going to be cheaper than our original plan. Got tire size written down, got to phone the order in for some tires, so that's what's going on there. The 59 Ford, it's going home. I don't think you guys got to hear it run. The Ranchero, beautiful car. Let's see. Should fire up. Remember, it's a 1968 428 Ford in here. There we go. There we go. Let's have a listen to that. God, you can almost feel the ground under me shaking. Beautiful car. Choke's on right now because she's cold. Isn't that gorgeous? Looks good sitting next to my 58. There you go. Absolutely beautiful. So there's the difference between a 58 and 59. You can see it. So this is a 59. Mine's a 58. Don't look at the grill in mine. Mine's a custom grill, a tube grill from Cal Customs. It's actually an original tube grill from back then. But you can see the difference there between the two. Bumper's a little different. They both share the same dashboard. I'm going to get back onto the Model A, get a few things bolted up, and get an engine out, hopefully. Okay, we got everything hooked back up in the Model A again. Back and forth we go, playing the game. Anyway, we got all that hooked up. We got the tranny all unbolted across there. We've just got 2 bolts, one on either side. If you can see, holding it in right there, one on the other side. Take those off in the morning because it's getting near the end of the day. And we've got our chain ready. Got our chain ready. And we'll yard that engine out. Out she'll come, and away we go. So we still, it's dewy out at night. We still don't want to wreck anything. We'll keep that over top. And I got to get on the phone now and order up some tires for this bad girl and get her all fixed up that way. So I don't know where I'm going to move on to next. We'll figure it out. I do got to go put the GTO away, stuff like that. So let me find the keys for that and let's get that out of here. Okay, so we got the Model A all ready to pull the engine tomorrow, and Mike has got everything accomplished here except for the transmission lines. And then we get her running. Well, then you obviously put fluid in it and put, you know, tranny fluid in it, all that kind of stuff. Pop the hood back on. We don't pop the hood on until it's actually done and driven down the road. Leave the hood off. It's just nice if something does go wrong. The hood's off, you've got plenty of room. And we got to get our overflow tank on here too. So there's a couple little things. But that's okay, she'll be running soon. Good job, job. Yep. I got to cover this bad boy back up. We're done on this for the week till we get some more parts from the owner. So we'll cover it up because we know how dusty my car gets. And I do believe Shawn's still working on that fender. He's sanding away. I think he's sanding away. Or maybe he's working on the other fender. Oh, and I'm painting up the exhaust manifold and intake manifold for the Model A here. Kind of painting those up right there. As we get those painted up and cleaned up. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Got his guide coat sprayed on there. Sanding away. You can see how thin it is because you can see all the bare metal coming through. See, he's just doing that little bit. There you go, you see all the metal. Perfect! That's it! Looking good. Looking good. And we still got some nice sunny warm weather here out in Chilliwack. No snow on the mountains. No rain. They tell us the rain is coming tomorrow night, Thursday night. So every night this week I've been barbecuing. Yeah. I've been barbecuing on the barbecue because once the rain comes, well, the rain comes, right? So anyway, I don't know what I'm doing tonight on the barbecue, but I'll figure it out. So that is it. I'm going to call it a day. There's your video. We took it over 2 days, this video. I actually, now that I think about it, I have to go meet a guy to look at a Trans Am about, I think a 77 Trans Am needs a rear bumper repainted. So I got to go meet a guy at 5 o'clock down the road here and look at that. Then I get to come home and relax. So, yeah. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll catch you next time, which will be probably tomorrow or something like that. And then Sunday Fun Days just around the corner. See you in a bit.